Did you know, humanity has explored only 5% of the total ocean? Yes, only 5%. And many times mysterious creatures from deep sea wash up on shore. So buckle up, because today we are going to talk about top 8 mysterious creatures that wash up on shores. On number 1, we have bizarre humanoid. This creature was found on China. This strange creature was reportedly found floating near the shore. Locals were baffled as to what it could be and were hesitant to approach. Before this man wandered and picked it up. I mean, what the hell? How nuts are you to do something like this? On the first glance it looks nothing but a weird mutilated doll, like Annabelle or something. But, as we continue watching the footage, things get weirder, as the creature starts moving its limbs. The creature seems to have humans-like head with sort of arms and legs. The video was posted in a YouTube channel, The Hidden Underbelly, where it has amazed thousands of views. Many freaked out, some thought it's some kind of hoax, and conspiracy believers that it's some kind of alien life. What do you think it is? Comment down below and let us know. Moving on to number 2, we have New Zealand's monster. Suppose you are taking a nice long walk along the beach, smelling fresh air, and out of nowhere, you see a strange dead creature. What would you do? If it were me, I would keep my distance from it. But Elizabeth Ann didn't. She came across this strange dead creature, almost buried under the sand. The incident happened in New Zealand's Pukina Beach, in the Bay of Plenty in late April 2013. Locals were not sure what it is, although it stimulated lots of discussion. Some said it could be a saltwater crocodile or a giant moray eel. Some even said it's a dinosaur, while the creature's mouth and skin does resemble a bizarre prehistoric beast. The pictures were sent to the New Zealand Department of Conservation. What do you think it could be? Moving on to number 3, we have Rosyth Beach. United Kingdom is known for many things, but pristine, world-class beaches isn't usually one of them until now. Rosyth Beach in Wales has been crowned the best beach in Europe. It consists of 3 miles of golden sand. And in same beach 5-foot-long skeleton with long head and large jawline was found. Beth Janetta found this carcass while walking her dogs. She sent the photo of creature to experts, hoping they would identify it. To Beth, it looked like a well-rotted cetacean. Other people think it is something different, like a crocodile. Bioscience expert, Dr. Dan Foreman from Swansea University said, when you look at it for the first time, you may think it is a crocodile, but it is certainly not. The big bulge on the base of the skull is a characteristic of cetacean. Mark Hipkin, National Trust Area Ranger, who was called to collect the body, said he thought it was a porpoise. He said, "We have porpoises washing up quite regularly, as well as dolphins and seals, and sometimes sheeps as well. Well, it would be very interesting to find out what species it is." Number 4, Okanagan Lake. It is a large deep lake, situated in the Okanagan Valley of British Columbia, Canada. The lake is 135 km long, between 4 to 5 km wide, and has the surface area of 348 km square. Apart from its beauty, this lake is also known for its monster. And no, I'm not talking about the infamous Loch Ness monster. In Canadian folklore, it is called Ogopogo or Augie. Till now, more than 2,000 sightings have been reported. It is often described as a multi-humped serpentine beast, with green or black skin. The head is often described as a horse, snake or a sheep. It was first sighted in 1809, before European fur traders arrived in the valley. You can say it is the Canadian version of the Loch Ness monster. What are your thoughts on this? Do let us know. Next, in number 5, we have lizardfish. This fish is something you don't want to meet in the deep ocean. One of many things that wants to eat you lying in the deep ocean. One of them is deep sea lizardfish. In science world, it is called Bathysaurus ferox, but we'll stick with lizardfish. This terrifying terror of the deep is largely made up of mouth with hinged teeth. So once it has you in its jaws, there is no escape. The more you struggle, the more it digs its teeth on your flesh. So it's best if you stay far from it. From the looks of it, it does look a ferocious monster from a sci-fi movie. But you don't have to worry, as it generally stays 1,000 feet deep in the ocean. Now, before we move on, make sure to subscribe the channel and do hit that bell icon, because things get more weirder from here. Next, in number 6, we have sea spiders. Yes, one of nature's most creepy creature on land, spiders, is also one of nature's most creepy creature underwater. In fact, there are more than 1,300 species of sea spiders, with some much larger than the rest. Like this big fella, the Southern Ocean giant sea spider, with leg that can reach 10-inch long. This spider comes straight from your nightmare. It almost has no body to speak of, just long creepy legs. And the long legs are not the only creepy things about them, as they prefer all liquid diet. They insert a tube-like thing in their prey, called proboscis, and suck up the nutrients like a seafood smoothie. But the good thing is, even if you're scared like shit by these spiders, the chances of running into one of them is pretty low, as they freely roam at the bottom of the ocean, near and around Antarctica. So unless you like extremely cold, then you're probably good. But this is an example of how vast this world is. Number 7. New Zealand Sea Creature. We will go back to New Zealand, in the fall of 2018, where a local family was walking along the beach one day, when they were in a quite surprise. They came across this strange pink and purple blob just lying on the beach, what kind of looked like mini Hello Kitty volcano. What the heck is that? Of course, blog and local news questioned whether or not this was some kind of extraterrestrial, which of course it wasn't. But if this animal is of this world, then what is it? Well, as it turns out, it was lion's mane jellyfish, otherwise known as Cyanea copulata, but we'll stick with lion's mane jellyfish. This animal looks a lot more recognizable when underwater, as mushroom-shaped top is trailed by hundreds of tiny tentacles. Once it washed over to the beach and sort of flattened out, making it appear really strange. Largest jellyfish of this variety was catalogued 130 years ago, as back in Massachusetts Bay in 1870, a lion's mane jellyfish that was about 8 feet in diameter was found. This fella right here however was simply less than a foot. Number 8. Globster. Globster is a way to describe large aquatic mass that has yet to identified. If you see something big and strange in water, and it looks like it may have been alive at some point, then you, my friend, are dealing with a globster. Our next creepy discovery that recently surfaced from the sea is a bit of a hairy mess, because it is in fact actually a mess of hair and glob, and what has appropriately labeled, the mysterious globster. Reports surfaced in the Philippines back in the spring of 2018 when the mysterious creature was spotted by some concerned locals at the town of St. Antonio. This gray and white sea monster is nearly 20 feet long and covered with thick wet hair which seemingly cover its entire body. Officials seem to believe that the creature was simply the reminiscence of decomposing whale, though many of the concerned citizens in the area didn't necessarily buy that assumption. One elderly man named Tom Malling was quoted to say, "An earthquake is headed towards Oriental Mindoro. The big globster is the sign of something bad coming. Please pray for us." You see, many of the locals believe that, when the deepest part of the ocean started to appear, then that is to be taken as a bad omen. So a sight like this has put everyone that lived in that area on a high alert. I've gotta admit, I have never knew of any whale that has hair like this all over the body. What kind of creature do you think it is? Are there any other scary creatures underwater that nobody can explain? Well, that sounds like story for the next video. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, and share it with your friends, subscribe and hit that bell icon for more upcoming videos.